In this experiment, I'm using operant conditioning to teach a dog how to do a spin with just the motion of my hand. I'm using treats and dog food to do this. For my first encounter, I would tell the dog to spin and then slowly move the food around her head. Spin. Good girl. Up. Spin. Good girl. Spin. Good girl. For my second encounter, I moved the food fast around her head and then did half circles to get her to turn. Spin.
Yes.
Good girl. Good girl. Spin.
Yeah.
Spin. Good girl. For my third encounter, I then started to make a pointed finger with the treat in my hand. I would move my pointed finger with the treat in my hand around her head to get her to do a circle. Good girl. Spin. Good girl. Spin. Good girl. For my fourth encounter, I moved the treat to my other hand and continued to use the pointed finger around her head to do her spin. Spin. Good girl. Spin. Good girl. Maybe spin. Good girl. For my fifth encounter, I started on my knees so she can see me at a higher view, and I used my pointed finger to make her do a spin. Spin. Good girl. Good girl. Come here. Libby, spin. Libby, spin. Good girl. Good girl. Libby, spin. Spin. Good girl. Good girl. For my sixth encounter, I slightly bent over and did the pointed finger to make her do a spin. Libby, spin. Good girl. Good girl. Libby. Oh, Libby. Spin. Spin. Good girl. For my seventh encounter, I fully stood up and used my finger and the word spin to make her spin. Libby, spin. Spin. Good girl. Libby, spin. Libby, spin. Are you still eating? I'm sorry. Spin. Libby, spin. Ooh. Libby, spin. Good girl. Libby. Oh, she's still eating. Libby, spin. Spin. No, ma'am. Spin. Good girl. For my eighth encounter, my hopes were to just get her to spin without me saying the word spin. So I would just do the finger movement and she started to spin without me saying spin. Libby, right here. Libby. Good girl. Good girl. Libby. 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 Good girl. Good girl. Libby. Good girl. Good girl.